I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. As we take a look at the latest surface analysis across the country right now, we're not seeing a lot of excitement. Frontal boundary did produce some fairly decent weather early on in the day back into last night with rains across parts of Illinois, Indiana. The corridor of heavy rain was fairly narrow. Springfield, Illinois had 2 inches of rain. Fort Wayne, Indiana, 1.7 to 1.8. So right along there, draw that line. That's where the heavy rain was. Indianapolis only got about 4/10. We saw lower amounts up to the north and northwest. Things aren't done, though. We still have a fairly significant line of showers and thunderstorms in Oklahoma and southeast Kansas, looking for that to lift to the northeast across Missouri and into Illinois. This time around, I think that batch of thunderstorms passes by to the south overnight tonight and through tomorrow across southern Illinois, southern Indiana during the time frame. We'll be all dry across the Corn Belt as we move through Saturday. Well, not all the Corn Belt. I think we'll see action moving into the Western Belt later Saturday. And then it pushes eastward on Sunday, could drop some decent showers and thunderstorms over northern Illinois, northern Indiana, and Ohio again. But then we start to dry things out a little bit. Some lingering action in the Western Belt maybe Monday, Tuesday, but we are mostly dry then for the rest of next week, right on through Friday. Got a line of showers and storms that will try and develop Friday night into Saturday. Light rains there, probably 1/4 to 3/4 inch rainfall totals. And then models are suggesting to me that we actually maybe be able to put a dry stretch together then from Sunday of next weekend right on through the 24th, 25th. Now, some models have been trying to bring another system in there late in the extended forecast window, but everything's been flip-flopping so far. And if we are going to transition into a drier trend, then, we're going to have to be convincing on bringing a system in rather than just saying one's going to happen and erring on the side of wetness just because. There's a dry streak ahead that will, I think, definitely impact Corn Belt weather. As we move back farther west with regard to wheat harvest, got this line of thunderstorms moving through Oklahoma and Kansas now. I think we'll see one more probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Once we get into Saturday, we're mostly done. I think a large part of the plains is dry through most of next week. Keep an eye out for some things in Nebraska and South Dakota midweek. Wednesday into Thursday could see some 1/2 to 2 inch rains there, but it will stay north of most major Kansas wheat areas, so harvest should continue to move along and maybe even be completed in a large part of Kansas. As we go forward in the deep south, we're also seeing this real strong heat ridge, heat dome breakdown as we head into early next week, maybe looking at some more moisture coming into soybean areas down there, which would probably be welcome. The Delta not going to set any land speed records on picking up rain, but the central and eastern parts of the southeast very well could. Overall, not a lot of changes from our online write-up this morning. The big thing to watch is going to be this big cluster of thunderstorms coming out of Oklahoma. Does it strengthen? Does it grow geographically speaking? I think it does. But I also think the biggest threats over the next 24 hours will be along and south of I-70. One other factor that we do need to talk about, temperatures. It looks like we're going to be seeing an east versus west kind of deal here going forward starting this weekend. I think we could see some well above normal temperatures over the western Corn Belt. Probably upper 80s to near 90, lower 90s. One of the maps that you're going to be seeing thrown around a lot here over the next few days probably will be heat indices. And don't let those fool you. Yes, the heat indices are going to be in the upper 90s to maybe triple digits depending on the amount of sunlight we get. But actual air temperatures will be quite a bit below that. Keep in mind, we've had plenty of moisture so far, so humidity values are going to skyrocket very, very quickly. That's the main factor in the heat indexes. So just as even though you're going to step outside and feel hot maybe this weekend in parts of the central and western Corn Belt, actual air temperatures not as much. Still looks to me with highs from 87 to maybe 91, that's not going to be in a super bad range just yet, considering the moisture that we've had and the lack of sun that we've had in a lot of places so far. That's the way your weather is stacking up. If you've got any questions on our forecast or on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.